This is the Drew Experience, episode 11. And yeah, some people, when I say, okay, I just want to be honest. The show is 80% combat sports, 20% everything else. But what I want to be honest about here, lately I've said this guy's back by popular demand. My last show called Beyond the Fight, it's crashed and burned. And now this show, the Drew Experience, is the rebranded version of what the show will be and how I want it to be. So I brought back some guests, such as shout out to Sensei Steve Fogarazzi of Contact Kicks. Then finally had Wesley Jansen from the UK, from the Holland. And I have his partner in crime, Darren Stringer from the UK, coming on very soon. But this episode is more about one of the biggest in-demand guests that has been waiting to come on. Well, I've been waiting to have him back on, and so has all of the world. And the first time he came on like Tasmanian Devil with like the spinning tornado. So we're going to have the sequel tonight. And joining me for a special in-demand episode on this Sunday night is Justin Mancini. Welcome back, Justin.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Nice to be back. It's fun to be back, bro. It's a nice, good. So this is a whole new episode. This whole new podcast, I guess, right?
Yeah. Brand spanking new. You name it, you got it, man. Rebranded. You know, I had to do a do-over, and and now, you know, with us being locked down to keep productive, I could pump out like 10 podcasts a day.
No problem, man. And you're good at what you do, man. You love it, so why not, bro? You know, it's great. Now this is episode 11, you said.
Already, yeah, in the first season.
Awesome. Good for you. Good for you. So how's everything going? Good.
I'm in the same boat as you, man, and everybody else. We're locked down. So my daily schedule basically is I try to train with what I can and what I have, like doing body weight stuff, doing body weight exercises, work from home, and binging Netflix. You know, I just binged Cobra Kai.
Hey, come on. You saw all 3 episodes?
Okay, so I binge watched season 1 and 2 in one weekend, but when season 3 came out on New Year's Day, I literally locked like my room, like not locked, but I closed like the living room in my house when my nieces came over, and I just told like my step nieces, but you know, I call them my nieces. So I told my stepmom and my nieces, guys, don't bug me. This door is closed for the whole day. I'm watching this.
Cobra Kai.
Exactly, man. What a season. Season 3. Man.
Awesome. But you see the way it finished? So now you know there's a season 4, you know? So
don't spoil anything, because the chick's gonna be watching it soon. I convinced him to join the bandwagon finally.
Oh yeah. Okay. He hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, he's slow on stuff, man. Like it took him like 4 years to find out about Daredevil. He's definitely like Johnny Lawrence, like finding out about the internet. Oh, yeah. And like it's like he's like, Daredevil's really good. It's like, yeah, Mo. It's like that's from 2015 to 16, and then he's like, the Punisher is really good too. And I was like he caught on to that one first, so you know, good for him. But you know what, slowest TV show learner award goes to my coach Mohammed and our friend Mo Chick. Yeah, I'm just kidding, Mo. We love you, but get on Cobra Kai.
The best. Yeah. You still speak to Mo?
Yeah, every day, man. Every day, it's like I speak to. Like my day consists of me and him just like going at each other's throats, like just texting. He FaceTimes me like during my shift sometimes just to like piss me off, and then I try to FaceTime him back, and then it's like a massive fuck you match every day. Like sometimes like I'm at my mom's house for dinner, my real mom, and he just calls me up on FaceTime. He's like, "Hey," I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Hey," I'm like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "Fuck you," and then just hangs up.
He's the best, Mo, huh? He's a great guy.
Yeah, you know what though? Like it's like that's the side of Mo that no one else sees but us. You know, obviously, you know, I'm giving a side to him that not many people really see. Great guy though, but man, like yeah, we love him, man. Like, and it's like I wouldn't be. I don't think I'd be where I am in martial arts if it wasn't for him.
Mo is a guy. He'll give you the shirt off his back. You know, I mean, Mo is amazing guy, like a brother. You know, so.
Yeah, but you know what? One thing that I've learned from him too is like you got to really be careful like who you let into your circle, because like that's something that I was doing too with my last show, and I kind of felt like I was going down the wrong path with like the wrong people coming into my life, and you know, thanks to him, you know, I got to kind of like stop the show, rebrand, and so he's smart. He'll give you the shirt off his back, but listen, you got to keep it small, man. You don't want to be as accessible to everybody.
Keep it nice, tight. Keep the circle tight, you know? Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Oh, and shout out to one of your new students, Ashley Airy
Oh
from
yeah, Ashley
athletics.
Herring.
Yo, I am not, yo, Ashley, I am not messing with you. You
No,
got that
she's tough,
mohawk. No, she's got that mohawk rage in her. You know, when I see her do that high kick, I'm like, ooh, she's got that warrior gene in her. You know, that
Yeah.
First Nation blood, man. Hey, don't ever mess with
No,
First
no.
Nation people.
That's
They're
her.
good. They're good at fighting and hockey. Okay, so
Amazing, amazing. To her, she has a karate background.
get out.
Then she did powerlifting, and then she did boxing. And anything she does, she's always amazing at. You know, she's the best of the best.
What style
She
of karate did she do?
did like some, I think it was like Kempo or Shotokan. She did some karate, like I'm talking years ago growing up, you know?
Okay.
That's why her flexibility is phenomenal. And then also she does, she did like 2-3 years of powerlifting. So like her legs are solid, man. And she kick, honestly, she kicks harder than I guess 90% of the guys I know, you know, like, and she's top shape and she hits. Her boxing is amazing. She has 2-3 boxing fights and I think she won most of them. She's phenomenal, you know?
If she got into Kyokushin, like if she got into Kyokushin, do you think you can get her to compete and
we've spoken about before, you know, we're very good friends. We talk all the time, you know, so we've spoken about it before, and I really think she would do good, you know, like I brought her to sparrings Kyokushin where it's at the dojo and we're all Kyokushin people and, you know, with other girls, guys, and she's good, you know. She has a very, very solid kicks and she has good punching, you know, so I think she would do great in Kyokushin, to be honest.
if she gets a good coach like you, and then you know obviously Mo and Russo like backing her, yeah, you guys you have a Valentina Shevchenko on your hands because she's got that aggression, man.
Yeah. So she comes to the dojo. I mean, now obviously the dojo is closed.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully it will open in February. But no, she comes and she's awesome, man. Like she'll be part of the team. I think she's gonna do great for sure.
Yeah. I wouldn't mess with her still. I'm like, I look at her kicks and I'm not fucking with that. I'm not. And by the way, you can swear on the show. This is.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You saw the Instagram videos and you see her boxing and she hits hard. My hands, I still feel the pads. You know, like man, she hits hard. She's got that native mohawk, man. You can't mess with her.
Yeah, her, man. Honestly, her and Corinne. Shout out to Corinne who came on my show again too. Awesome. Those two, yeah. Honestly, like the killers, man. Like amazing people, but don't pick fights because like you know those two are they know a thing or two and
that's a girl like Corinne, a girl like Ashley, beautiful girls, fitness girls. You know, imagine they're at the bank machine at 2 a.m. taking out money and they try to get mugged. Impossible, eh? I mean, you could be 3 guys, you're getting beat up, you know. So these girls can turn on like that, you know. They're both very good friend of mine, and Corinne, we're very close friends for 10 years. We trained together, you know, we've trained together several millions of times. She's a beast. They're both amazing. You know?
I love that girl. You know, I did my first interview in French with her, by the way, and it was half of it was in French. Yeah, wow. And I felt it went good. You know, it's a step, but this is a good step because there are some senseis and shians in Kyokushin that want to speak more in French. So because of that, I'm able to facilitate a conversation. So the next there's a few that like that. I don't mind if they want to speak only in French. I get it. You know, it's like, cause they don't want to make mistakes in English, but yeah, no, like, so like, thanks to Corinne, man, you know, Vince Michaud for my French and Mo, like those 3 have played the biggest role in my life to improve my French.
Yeah. Like Corinne is awesome. And plus she has, I see now she has her own website and she's starting her own stuff now. And, you know, she's a fighter, she's a businesswoman, dental hygienist, you know, beautiful girl. She's awesome, you know, so no, hats off to Corinne, man. She's great at what she does, you know, world champion jiu-jitsu, you know, BJJ brown belt under Fabio Holanda. So yeah, she's
competed in UAE. She's like doing great, man. Yeah, it's really awesome to see her succeeding at what she does. And
you see the girl she lost to at UAE just signed for UFC now. You saw that?
Yeah. So I mean, you can't say like, and you know, like just the way, like, you know, definition of like how someone takes like, you know, a win and a loss, you know, like very humble about it. You know, that's how everyone should be. And you know, the girl she fought got to the UFC, so that says something. You know, like that.
The girl she fought for the title for UAE Warriors. Mm-hmm. She won, I think, in the first round right away. And then she signed for UFC. And I think she's going to do a phenomenal in UFC. She's a very good stand-up, great ground. So, you know.
Flyweight or bantamweight?
I think it's bantamweight, yeah.
Okay, because bantamweight's 135 and flyweight's 125. So
maybe UFC should go flyweight then, I guess. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe, yeah, because the bantamweights in UFC, it's like a different animal.
I would say flyweight then, you know, but she's an animal. And
yeah. Exactly. And what's it been like for you with the whole pandemic, like, for training and all that?
That's it. I mean, look, man, home trainings every day, runs outside. Like now, I was training a lot of people, one-on-one at the dojo, one-on-one for people's houses outside. But now, like, the rules really, really changed yesterday, the day before. So, it is what it is, man. It's going to be home trainings and runs outside and Zoom and stuff. And then hopefully we'll get it started again February 11th, man. I hope so. It's get back in
Yeah.
there, right? Yeah.
I'm
It's tough.
hoping
It's
to.
hard, especially now we're on house arrest, Now we're on a house arrest. What time is it? It's 8:30. I can't even leave. Actually, wait, I have a dog. I can walk my dog. You have a dog, you?
I used to. I used to. I used to.
So now the dogs, you heard about what we could do with the dogs. So you can rent out your dog for $100 an hour. So people that have no dogs can walk them, So turn this into a business, make $300-400 a night. I'll have strangers walking my dog up and down the street for the next 3 weeks.
So anyone who hears this, you want to be a dog walker, just to start applying, like there's always a loophole. There's always a loophole with that shit.
$100 an hour. I'll do 3 a night. That's it. You're rich after,
Oh yeah, exactly, man. Yeah.
What a time to be alive, man. It's crazy.
Oh, it's like I feel like I'm in a movie. Like sometimes it's like, thank God.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll get through this, right? I mean, look, we have no choice. I mean, I don't know.
Look, it could be worse. We could be in like North Korea right now, or China in prison camps, and or look at the U.S. I mean, look what the fuck's going on over there.
Did you see that? Honestly, unbelievable.
I honestly like.
You see the memes after? I mean,
I was on fuego with the like. I think at one point, like, chick is like, stop sending me memes. It's like my phone. Yeah. I'm having a field day. Anyone that gets my memes from Drew Nomad 55, I just want you to know, if I send you memes, whether it's from Barstool or what happened in the US this week, it's just out of love. It means like, if I send memes to you, it means like it means that like I like you as a friend. If I don't send you memes, it means I don't know you, or I don't care about you, or just simple English, I don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
But I love everybody.
Hilarious, eh? Some of these memes. But what a mess over there. Disaster. Did you see that? You saw like all 50, 60 people, thousands of people. They're all in the boardroom. The most powerful people in the world sit in these boardrooms. And these guys are there taking selfies. I saw one guy drinking a beer. One guy had his shirt off. Nice.
The best ones that stood out to me are the one with the shirt with the one that's in the Chewbacca bikini that looks like.
Everybody. For Halloween this year, everybody's going like that. Hey,
that guy started a trend. And then it's like, the best one is like the guy sitting at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's desk. And he's like, I'm in front of Nancy Pelosi's desk and I'm looking at her emails and here's everything. And the guy's a verified journalist from Blaze TV. And I'm just looking at, and I'm just like, I'm not political. Okay, Justin, I'm really not. But if you're a verified journalists and you have to depend on like Twitter or like other street like fear, and you expose stuff like that, where's the face? Like, you remember the face palm emoji? I'm just like, you are an idiot. It's like you are an idiot. Let me spell out idiot. IDIOT.
Insane. What a time to be alive. No, but like, and even like so New Year's Eve, right? Everybody's 2020 is over finally. I can't wait. Like, everybody thinks they go to bed and then wake up in the morning and it's 2021. And like, supposedly, apparently everybody, it's like a whole, but now we're about 10 days into 2021 and it's 20 times worse than 2020 was, I don't know what's
like, next up. I'm like, what's next? And everyone's like, aliens. I'm like, what's next? Godzilla rises from the Japanese sea, because the Fukushima power plant that leaked, the Japanese are hiding Godzilla. Godzilla exists. I'm saying it on here. The Drew Experience. Godzilla's rising. I've lost it. Everyone's lost it. 2021. Let's just wait for 2022 already.
I know. Let's just put it all on hold now and let's start 2022. You see some of the memes, like, already 2021 was great, but ready for 2022 now,
Or it's like, I've had my trial period of 2021, the 7-day trial period. It's done with. I'm done.
All I know is I woke up in 2021 and found out 3 days later, we're all on house arrest now. We can't leave after 8 o'clock. Apparently we have curfew now.
Oh my God. That alert they sent yesterday. Like, I'm just watching TV and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell is this?
My phone, my TV, my wife's phone, the iPad. Then, what the fuck, man? No, we can't leave. I'm scared to go outside. God forbid you go outside and you get shot.
This curfew is just gonna fail miserably. It's gonna fail so miserably. Like it's.
I don't know, man. Crazy, crazy times. I saw there was a protest last night. I saw some people went around this and that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. A few of them got tickets. What are you gonna do, right? It's.
Hey, oh man, hey, you know what? Crazy times we're living in. But you know what? Before this all happened, you were supposed to have the Degeki, and it was gonna be one of the biggest tournaments. Now, obviously, some say, okay, well, maybe after February 11th, but a lot say, the expectation is that we're gonna wait until next year because of what's going on right now. If it happened in a perfect world, how was the Degeki going to look in your
Man,
book?
this year was going to be incredible. Like they were planning it, like all the organizers, Fouad El Harif, all Cordero, all the top organizers. It was going to be nice. It was going to be big,
Well, who was involved on the committee? Because the Gold Cup has their guys,
Yeah.
but who was on your committee? Like it was you?
For Degeki?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think everybody was going to be part. I think this one, everybody was going to come. And like I said, man, this was like it's already a year. I cannot believe it's been a year. Like I remember last year, Degeki was coming and everybody was getting ready, and then it just stopped. And now it's like a full year has passed, and now I don't know if, like you said, will it happen this year, next year? I don't know. But the Degeki that was going to happen last year, I can't believe it's already a year, bro. It's crazy. Was going to be phenomenal. I mean, they were bringing in fighters from everywhere, and it would have been nuts. But even like the Gold Cup Gold Cup got canceled. I think because the Japanese came down. Like I said, bro, it's already been a year. I can't believe it's been a year. It's like it's been last week, but it's been a year. So I think the Japanese came down, and I think the next day everything got locked down. So I think they had to stay. They ended up being stuck here. And the Gold Cup, I think, got canceled, if I'm not mistaken. I think a few days right before the show was supposed to happen.
Do you know? Yeah, like she and Daniel Godet, that's in New Brunswick.
Yeah, very good guy.
So he's two students, Martin Alain, and because he has a kid, Martin Alain, I think you might have heard of him. So it comes with his son. Okay. So they were stuck here apparently. Like I don't know the whole story because like I was keeping in touch with Martin because the Alain family is like another big supporter of like what I do with Kyokushin. So I'm like, Marty, it's like, how's everything with you and your kids? And he's like, he's Acadian. So he's like, it's like I'm butchering the conversation here. So Marty, when you hear this, don't hate me. I still want to have you and your kid on the show as promised. So anyways, so Marty's like in his like Acadian French. He's like, tabarnak. He's like, I'm stuck here with my kid, in the hotel. I can't go back to New Brunswick. What the fuck?
It's crazy, man. Hey, Godet was a good fighter back in the day, yeah?
Yeah, Godet is the guy that I've been wanting to get on. Like Godet too, Godet just shared my recent post, and everyone said Marty was like, even Vince said you have to get Godet on. Godet, because apparently, like, it's so funny. Like, we talk about Cobra Kai with like the rivalry of the parents and all that before, but apparently there's a rivalry with like Godet and Reynald. Like, Vince and Mo have like a competitive rivalry out of respect. There was that with Godet and Reynald Lamar apparently, and like
years ago, so yes.
And everyone says you have to talk to Godet about that. They say Godet's like one of the best fighter senseis you could ever speak to.
Oh, that's amazing. Like me, short, stocky, and a hard puncher. He had a student, Jeremy Boucher. I fought him, I think, 8 or 9 times. Always back, forth. I mean, they have a tough team, those guys in New Brunswick, man. Very good guys. Yeah. Godet, you should get Godet on. This guy has experience, man. He's Kyokushin, it's years and years and years. Big dojo, teacher, sensei. Was a phenomenal fighter. Yeah, definitely get him on. He's awesome.
Yeah, Godet. Yeah, like when I'm definitely gonna tag him in the episode here, because he did agree for Beyond the Fight, but just the timing was really off with everything, and like to get Gaston after April was like kind of hard, and I was also like burned out too. But I've heard nothing but great things about him. Stand-up guy. Same with Alain. Like, so yeah, to the Alains, you're coming on soon. Don't worry. We're going to make something happen. It could be with Godet, you and your son, Marty. And because apparently Marty's son went to China. You know where Vince won his tournaments for China?
Yeah, Vince did great over there. Yeah.
Vince is the definite. Okay, I always say, listen, when it comes to Quebec Kyokushin, there's 4 kings. There's 4 kings. The 4 kings are Mohammed Chik, Vincent, and this is not in any order. There's 4 kings. It's Vince Michaud, Mohammed Chik, Mick Cordero, and you, Justin.
Oh yeah.
Those are the four. You're the four. Those are the four kings. Those are the four kings right now. Because when you go to Quebec, you're heading through Murderer's Row,
Yeah, yeah.
especially in heavyweight. So those are the four, because they fought internationally. They haven't just fought. They didn't do that. Ooh, we went to Japan. No, they fought. They
No,
went. They fought in. They fought in China. They fought in Russia. Well, I'm not saying who fought where, but they have the experience.
of course. Well, like we spoke about before, Mick Cordero. Like Mick Cordero is very close to me. You know, like he has a dojo. Like we spoke about before, his dojo is honestly 5 minutes from my house. So I'm very close to Mick. I'm close to his wife, you know, Ruth and stuff. And before the pandemic, I was going sometimes training with them. They're amazing people. You know, they opened a dojo to me. You know, but it's literally I can leave my house. I can walk for 3 minutes. I'm at their dojo. You know, before the pandemic happened, Mick Cordero fought, I think, every second weekend for 3 months. And I'm not talking just like in Montreal, Laval. He went all over the world. I think he fought like 10 times in like 3 months, you know. So Mick Cordero is awesome. He's a beast, you know. And yeah.
He's kind of like, yeah, and that's the thing too. Like people are like, when you gonna have Mick on? When you gonna have Mick on? It's like I'm not like, look, I proposed it to him. So for those who want to know, I proposed it. He's gonna come on. He's agreed.
Of course.
Dates and time have to be worked out, but Mick Cordero will be coming on the Drew Experience.
You should get his uncle on too, Denis Cordero, Shane Denis.
Denny is someone too that, because like I've heard nothing but good things about him. Chick has spoken very highly of him, very highly.
We go back years. I was a kid, I knew him, you know. So he's amazing. And also Mick Cordero's wife, you should get her on too. She's awesome, you know.
Ruth may come on. I'm open to it. I'm very open to having both of them on. If it helps Mick, if Mick wants to come on with her, if it makes him feel more comfortable, I'll have both of them on. Because you know she was actually supposed to fight her first full contact fight at your Degeki.
Yeah, she's awesome. Honestly, she's funny. She's good. Yeah, they're amazing people, man. For sure. You know, big shout out to them. You know, that's it.
Yeah, she's like the more like Mick's more of like, when I spoke with him, he's more of like the vibe I got. He's not an introvert, but he like if he doesn't know you, he's gonna. It's like the same thing with Chick. Because when I first met Chick,
Mick is more like Mohammed. You know, they're more cool, calm, collective.
Yeah.
But his wife is more like me. She's more talkative. You know, she's more open and stuff. She's awesome. They're good people. Man.
I'll give you this
together. It'll be fun. You know.
I'll give you the story of how I met Mo. Okay, so like I told it on my last podcast yesterday with my friend Matt, because my friend Matt Normandin, shout out to Matt Normie from Firefit, Matt Statics as he's known as on IG. So when I was taking Kyokushin in my old school, I wanted to compete because the first time I competed, I had no proper training, nothing. So I ended up with my old coach David Moon, that you know. I think you know David.
You still speak to David?
Of course. David's one of my good friends. Like, David was the one that wanted me to go to Mo because, like, the thing was, okay, so I'll give the story, like, the short version. So, I was training with David, but David wasn't familiar with Kyokushin as he is with, like, Muay Thai MMA.
David's
so
a phenomenal Muay Thai fighter, huh?
Yeah, oh my
amazing.
God.
He's a killer, David Moon. Amazing.
Assassin. He's a Korean assassin, man. Like, and that's
his knee, came back, fought again. Muay Thai, MMA. Shout out to David Moon, my boy, man. This guy is amazing. Yeah, I mean, we sparred a few times together at pro sparring years ago at TriStar, and this guy killed me, man. He's amazing. His Muay Thai, phenomenal. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yes. Yeah, so he was like so he didn't really know Kyokushin style training, but he really helped me a lot with my footwork and how to learn how to jab, like do a good jab. So after that, do you remember the Shin tournament that was in 2018 of summer? That was a big disaster, apparently.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, so after that, before that, my friend Matt in this period says, "Hey, I see you're doing martial arts. I think I have someone that can help you, like with your game." I'm like, "Okay, what's his name?" I'm like, "Well, his name is Mo. His name is Mohammed Chick." So message him, say you know me. So I message Mo, and like Mo's like answers, but typical Mo when you first meet him. Okay, nice to meet you. What's going on? So then he messages me. You're fighting? Yeah. Okay. Send me your video when you're done. So I send him the video and he's like looking at it, breaks it down. Okay. He's like, listen, he's like, I think I can work with you, but here's what we're going to do and whatnot. So I talked to David and I'm like, and I don't like leaving coaches. Like I have a very big loyalty to people I work with, but David like encouraged me. He's like, listen, he's like, I think this is the best move for you. He's more your style. I can only do what I can based on like my Taekwondo experience in Muay Thai. So this guy's more your style. So the rest is history, man. And I've been with Mo since like July 2018.
Amazing. Good choice, man. Mo is the best of the best, right? I mean, listen, this guy, what he did to Navarro, and the list goes on and on. I mean, Mo is the best of the best, man. My brother. That's it. Yeah. Brother from another mother, definitely. That's it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, like, and then just to say, like, when I got my green belt, I became nomadic
Yeah.
because I just got fed up with the politics. Like, I don't want to talk too much about that because it's just gonna ruin everything. But yeah, I became a nomad. So that's why, like, I put nomad in my username because I don't affiliate with any association. Like, if I kind of do, it's between IFK and Khan because of how they've treated me. They've been very good to me, like Khan with Russo, yourself, Moji, Shian, Tom Callahan, Sensei Buchanan, now Shian Hamid, and IFK Sensei Fogarazi, Sensei Wesley, Sensei Darren. It's like these are the two organizations that, like, I'm not like affiliated with, but the hospitality they've given me in terms of like what they've done with my show and like whatnot. Scott from Marshall Way blog too. I mean, it's
Scott's awesome, huh? Yeah.
yeah, he's an interesting guy though, because it's like I message him and then it takes him like, oh, I just saw your message now. What? I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah. Oh, hey, Justin's daughter.
Yeah. Hi, Jordana. Say hi. You're
Hi.
live. Say hi. She's scared. She's hiding. Huh?
Yeah, she's waving. She's waving. How old is she?
She's how old are you, Jordana? She's 5.
Oh, she's at that age. When she hits 6, oh, you're gonna have.
When she hit 6, we're toast.
I have my oldest niece is 6, and like, every time they come over, it's like all 3 come over. It's a war, man. That's why, like,
Four, huh?
it's a war. I mean, it's not like, how many do you have? 2 or 3?
Yeah, 2 daughters. Yeah, the shop is closed, man. That's it. 2 daughters. That's it. Yeah.
And my stepbrother's got 4. He's got 3 daughters and a son now. So he's finally had a son. Yeah. So
Good for him. Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll have another one. I'll probably be a girl, then another girl, another girl. It's no, it's good. Yeah.
But don't you want a boy at some point? Just to take that mantle, or
I would love to, but I got these. They're okay. Yeah, listen.
yeah. You know what? The daughters are great, man. They're
I'll adopt a boy in 10 years. That's it.
there's enough kids out there that need a good family instead of like producing. So yeah.
Yes, please. Yeah. Okay.
Was she?
She's gonna give me more water. Thank you.
All
No
right.
wine though. On the weekend she gets me the wine, then during the week it's water. That's it.
Nice, man. Yeah,
I
no.
opened the bottle of wine, like on Saturday night there. She knows that I unlocked the wine.
How's what's your brother doing now? Jamie's been pretty busy. He's got his own show going with Pascal from BTC. So
yeah, so Jamie's good. I mean, look, we speak 5 times a day, every day. He spent Christmas with us, and he's doing his thing there. So he has invested in this wine bar called Vendetta. He owns a small percentage of that. It's next to Mauvais Garçon in Griffintown, and it's all his friends that own the restaurant. So he invested in that, and obviously because of the pandemic, he's closed.
mm-hmm.
Pascal, Pascal Guzzo?
Of course, yeah, I did Taekwondo with him.
Oh, okay, yeah, exactly. So he's a Taekwondo black belt. So you trained with him?
Well, Taekwondo was my first art before Kyokushin. I'll tell you my martial arts journey. Yeah, here's my martial arts story. I did YMCA career.
You train in the same school as Pascal?
I used to, yeah.
What a small world. So this guy's phenomenal, Pascal. Shout out to Pascal Guzzo, man, at BTC. This guy's really good at Taekwondo, man. He's got those kicks. I've trained with him. We sparred. We've trained. This guy is tall, good-looking guy, fit. Young guy. He's 21, 22, and he's got a
20
business. He trains twice a day. He's got his, big shout out to Pascal, man. This guy's awesome. I met him maybe 2 years ago, and we became pretty tight. He's cool.
Pascal's an awesome guy, man. Oh, he's such a good guy. Like, I love him. Like, he came on Beyond the Fight too. Like, I'm gonna have him on soon too. With I'm hoping your brother can come on, because every time I message Jamie, it's like he's always like, yeah, maybe, and it's like, yo, Jamie, Boom Boom Mancini. This is
get him on.
This is a call out. It's like, I want you to come on the show. Yeah, I want you to come on. I want you to come on with Justin. It could be with you yourself. I don't care, Jamie. We got to get you on. I want to promote what you're doing.
We'll get him on, of course. So he's got a show called The Boom Boom Show with Pascal.
He's doing great with that.
Yeah, it's like a breakdown show. So from my understanding, after all the the UFC events, the big events, he talks about gives a full breakdown through it. I mean, that's a sport, right? And he trains with all the best guys, some of the best guys in the world. So he's doing great at that. Shout out to my bro. He's always working hard, still training, doing his thing. So he's always got stuff going on, Yeah. We went skating this morning, actually. I saw him this morning. We go skating. So that's it. He's doing his thing. Yeah. I'll get him on though. I'll get him on.
Yeah, I want to get it. He's the guy that because it's yin and yang. It's like you're both like wild in your own ways, and he's like the opposite. Because you're the striker, he's a
Yeah.
grappler. So I want to
And
definitely.
now I'm grappling, he's striking. So it's like we're, now it's fun now. Yeah.
Exactly, man. No, so basically, the last time we spoke, back in February, it was already a year ago. That was no January. That was a wild episode.
Yeah.
Oh, there's your other daughter.
Melina, come say hi. Hi.
Hi.
That's the
There's
whole family. Melina and Jordana. Two little dancers. That's
Yeah,
it.
they're killing it on the dance scene, man.
Dancing. All right.
When are they learning boxing and martial arts? Is that next?
You know what? The first lockdown, we were doing a lot. They were training with me every day, and they were getting into it actually. But then, my wife is a dancer from 2 years old, so that's it. They're dancers, man. That's it. You want to be fighters like Dada or dancers like Mama? I want to be dancing like Mama. Okay, that's it.
And how's your wife managed during the pandemic? Because I mean, she was working at the casino. She was like the head coordinator. Like she had a very high position at the casino. So what's it been like for her? Like is she managing?
Yeah, so she like I said, the casino, the showroom. We had a big gig. She was the head choreographer for all the shows at the casino. Plus she was in them, and plus a lot of her students were in them and dancing in them. And I mean, she was working Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and then the casino obviously has been closed for a year now. We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, when do you think like shows, like for example, going to the Bell Center and watching a hockey game, like maybe 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. Like you think it'll ever happen again? Like
I think it will, but it's gonna take time. Like I think honestly, if I'm a realist,
what about a concert? I don't know, a concert or even an outdoor event.
Concert, I'm gonna say by like next year, but like let's say competitions for like martial arts with like a very limited crowd, we're looking at like by the end of the year, like 2021 fourth quarter. Yeah.
Let's say like a karate tournament. I don't know anything. My wife, my daughter is a ballet competition.
November. I say November, October, November, December. And, but look, this is good because, I'm out of retirement now. Like, as I said, I want to compete again. I have 3 more fights in me at semi-contact. I have 2 at full contact. Yeah. And I'm ready to come back. I'm ready. Like, I had to go on a break because the last job I had, it had no benefits. And, Chick was concerned for my health, making sure that I have benefits if I get hurt. Now I have benefits.
Yeah. And you have a good coach, man. You got the best coach, Mohammed Sheikh, so he'll guide you in the right direction, and we'll do some sparring. We'll all train together. We're going to do it right, man. Good.
I got a very good corner because even now, like Vince is, like I saw Vince like in Instagram, like he was training at Russo. So, I mean, if he ever comes down too, I mean, just to get some pointers from him too, because, he's got like that workman's attitude,
Yeah, Vince Michaud is amazing. He's a construction guy. Trains every night. Like I said, he was training at the dojo with us, in between lockdowns and stuff. And we trained together. We sparred. We, exchanged numbers. We were training a lot together. And then it just obviously everything stopped now.
I know.
Tough, man. I mean, this guy, he moves around like a lightweight. He's got that nice high kick. And he killed me a few times a few months ago. Just that the kick comes up, and then but he's very respectful. He touch you, put it down. Touch, put it down. So Vince is awesome. I hope he's going to train with us a lot more when life gets back to normal.
I hope so too, because like I really would love to like just see things from his perspective. Because I love Chick to death. Like I mean, eventually, like hopefully, and like in a perfect world, he's gonna give me my brown and black belt probably somehow, some way. Like I definitely want to like do something in business with Mo. Like whether it's with you and him or like him and me. Like with the school and like I just want to like have that because ever since like I got because before like look. And it's not to say like it's because of Mo, but it's like, look, it does help, when you're friends with him. But before, when I was at my other school, no one knew who I was. I registered for tournaments. Oh, okay, cool. I go to Shia and Steph Marcotte's tournament last summer. I go with Mo. Okay, qui est toi? Je m'appelle Andrew. Okay, qui est votre entraîneur? Mohamed Sheikh. Oh, tu es avec moi? Oh. Pas inquiète. Oh, okay, tu es avec moi. Oh, okay.
The red carpet comes out and they carry you to Tammy. Yeah.
The best thing is, it's like I'm just there with like Mo and shout out to Ray.
Ray.
What?
Ray Cormier.
Yeah, Courtney.
Yeah, Shan Ray. He's
Sheehan Ray
awesome.
comes up. Sheehan Ray comes up to Mo. He's like, "Oh, Osmo, how are you? You know, it's been a long time. Who's this?" And I used to see Ray at the tournaments, but like, obviously, busy guy, and just I'm next to Mo, just, and he's like, "This is my student Andrew." Oh, so Andrew, he's like, you have a very good coach,
Of
and
course.
Sheehan
Yeah.
Ray judged my fight with Vince's guy Mathieu Guino, and like, he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
that was like the fight of the day. He's like, your fight was the fight of the day. He's like, I've never seen like such determination like out of someone, like, because
Good for you.
Guino kicked the crap out of my leg. Like he chopped it up, good strategy because Vince, I didn't know how to check kicks, but
Of course.
that was like one of the best fights I've ever had.
Yeah. Good for you, man. Very good. Yeah, big shout out to Shan Ray Cormier from New Brunswick. So we go back, me and him, maybe 20 years. He's a great guy. Awesome guy. We were close for years. Me, him, Sensei Russo. I mean, we traveled the world together. So he's awesome. All those guys in New Brunswick, though, like family to us. Amazing guys. 12 hours down the highway. 1 hour plane ride. I don't know. Me and Sensei Russo did that drive, I don't know, 10 times a year for the last 20 years, so it's awesome. They're good people. It's family, so that's what it is. Yeah.
Have you ever met Sheehan Tom Callahan?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. He's an awesome guy, so
I
he's
had him on my show. Oh yeah, that guy. Okay. So Tom
amazing.
Callahan.
Yeah.
It's not about the karate side, but yes, the karate side is very cool. That guy, off the record, the amount of stories he was telling me about.
Yeah, it's a story to tell, this guy. He was in the record producing, because he also he knew about dancing and shows that my wife put on, I put on. They do the same thing over in Colorado, plus from Kyokushin and Can and stuff. And plus he knows Dolph Lundgren, he knows kickboxers. Yeah, I met him a few times. We met at tournaments. We did seminars together. He's awesome. When all this is over, that's one trip I'm taking. I'm definitely
Me
going
too.
100%. I'm going to Colorado. I'm going to train with him, hang out with him for a bit. He's awesome.
You have a dog?
Oh yeah, it's my dog Dancer. Yeah.
What kind of breed is it?
It's what is it? It's a French bulldog.
Oh, you got okay. I gotta come to your house now.
Yeah.
I just wanna like, and I'm just gonna borrow it. I'm gonna use it for my pictures when I go on Bumble and Tinder and be like, yo guys, like I'm a dog person. I'm joking.
You take a picture with a dog, go on Tinder, swipe up, swipe down, left, right. 15 dates lined up.
What's your dog's name?
Hashtag dog lovers. That's it. The women that come lining up. It's a Dancer.
That's his name? That's your dog's name, Dancer?
Girl, Dancer. Yeah. No choice, huh? Dancer. Yeah.
I love French bulldogs, man, but it's like they're kind of weird though in a sense because it's like they're kind of like slow, but it's like you appreciate the slowness of them. I had a Boston Terrier. That's what I had, man. Boston Terrier. Yeah. My grandmother had a pug, but like I like pugs, but after my grandmother's pug, like, you know what? No, it's not.
Forget that. No, forget that.
And then like Kevin, Kevin Pelletier, right? Kevin Pug on it. So Kevin had a pug, and Kevin was like telling me like Kevin loves pugs, and I'm like, Kevin, it's like after my grandma's pug, it's like I do not like pugs. Like,
no, you don't.
Because every time I tried to pick her pug up, she goes like starts trying to bite me, and I'm like, no. It's a no from me.
Yeah, they're
and
cute
we got
pugs.
another dog.
Yeah, what's the dog? What's this one?
Well, I had my dog, Fighter, Mini Pincher, but he passed away a few months ago.
He's
Yeah.
at the hospital.
Yeah, he's at the hospital. Yeah.
And he has asthma.
He has asthma. That's it.
Oh no! So what's this new dog you got?
Yeah. It's a French bulldog, Dancer.
That's the new one.
Yeah, we've had it for about a year now. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
And
Fighter
what's
is Dancer, but Fighter's on a vacation. Let's say that's it.
yeah? He's on a nice long trip.
A nice long trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Daddy's gonna talk now. Let's.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. She's so cute.
Thank you, brother. Thanks.
Yeah. She does. She takes after her mother. I mean, like I saw your wife in the background before smiling. I don't even know you. I don't even know you, Melissa. But hi, Melissa from India. What does she want to show me? What does she want to show us?
My phone there. My phone.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So what else, man? I miss you, man. Everything's good.
Yeah, I'm just keeping busy. As is. I'm watching a lot of old fights. When I'm bored, I just send stupid ass memes to people just to just for the.
Like we spoke about before, though, those memes, man. The memes with with the COVID, the memes with the curfew, the memes with the U.S. I'm dying, man. Honestly, it's jokes. It kills me, some of them, man. But me, it's like, you know those videos people do now? Like
Yeah.
President Trump and then something else. Like these are computer like geniuses, you know, like it takes 2-3 hours and little guys in front of a computer and they put the rap music in the background. It's awesome. I laugh.
It's insane, man, honestly. And are you following any UFC right now, even though
Yeah,
like
of course. So McGregor's up. Soon there, I guess, next week, the week after. What do you think about McGregor and two, I guess?
I mean, Dustin has really improved. I'm going to give
Dustin's not the same guy he was when they fought 4 years ago, you know?
No, because but I do
Dustin's
think
active. He's phenomenal. He got bigger, stronger. He's fought a lot more. He's been way more active than McGregor's been in the last couple of years. But McGregor,
yeah.
you know, but Dustin Poirier, man, it ain't gonna be the same fighter he did 4 years ago, you know.
No, it's going to be a much tougher fight, I think. But I think Connor's going to come out because you have to understand. I think Dustin has it in his head. This guy knocked me out. So there's kind of that like memory, that PTSD from there. So I'm not hating on Dustin. I think Dustin is a phenomenal fighter. But the way I look at it, Connor's going to win. And then, you know what? I really hope Dan Hooker beats Michael Chandler because I would love to see Conor McGregor versus Dan the Hangman Hooker.
So what do you think about Chandler making the jump from Bellator to UFC? How do you think he's going to do in UFC? Yeah.
It's not going to be like Eddie Alvarez, that's for sure. Because Eddie Alvarez was like once in a lifetime where, you know, he's won everywhere he's been. You know, he has that magic touch.
Look what McGregor did to him. You know? McGregor made Alvarez look like it was a sparring match. It was a joke, you know. So McGregor's tough, man. He's good, McGregor, you know. So
I really think Chandler he'll do well. Yeah. But I do believe it's kind of too little too late at 34, 35. You know, he waited too long. You know, it's
how come he never made the jump to UFC? The guy's been what's the story behind that?
Money, because he got paid very well in Bellator. He got paid.
A lot of guys. I have a lot of friends too that left the UFC and they do better with Bellator. They get paid better. I have some old sparring partners, some old friends that like Bellator better. A lot of people. Even there's other leagues like there's one championships. You know, one of my buddies Gary is in one, and a few guys.
John DiBella.
Yeah, John DiBella's in one. A few guys. You know, so there's other organizations that pay good too, also. You know, so. But I mean, listen. At the end of the day, UFC is UFC, right? You want to fight somewhere, you got to fight UFC. That's where it's at. You know?
Just saying, hey, I fought in one UFC fight. It gives you all that money making power to open up a gym to say, look, I had 1 or 2 fights in UFC. Yeah. Just when you have that UFC,
you have UFC on your record, UFC on your on your page, on your record, your CV. UFC is UFC at the end of the day, you know. So.
That's why it's but yeah, now with the other promotions, I do believe there's a chance to make more money. Yeah. But yeah, you said UFC is UFC, but it's just kind of sad though how, you know, we don't really have top Canadian talent since George left. Like I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what we can do, but I mean,
there's one guy you should follow is Gavin Tucker. You heard of Gavin Tucker?
Yeah, I've heard the name.
Yeah, so check out Gavin Tucker. We trained together a few times. He's from Halifax. He comes down, trains at TriStar sometimes, and he's phenomenal. He's a 135er, 145er, small, stocky like me. But check him out after, Gavin Tucker. And a big shout out to him, man. He's his last fight or two, he did phenomenal. Amazing hands. He has like that TJ Dillashaw style. You know, he moves in and out, angles, surprise shots, a lot of tricks. But Gavin Tucker is a big name from Canada. He's doing great. And then, of course, there's Ayman Zahabi. Ayman Zahabi, my boy, who was supposed to fight 2 weeks ago. But unfortunately, he came down with COVID, you know. Apparently, I think he was on the way to the airport or he was packing his bags, and the doctor called and said he had COVID. So, you know, he was training for a good fight. He would have done great, you know. So,
damn.
Well, we'll have some names. I mean, listen, like GSP's the GOAT. GSP's GSP, you know. So it's hard to live up to that aspect. But, you know, there'll be some, you know. There's Charles Jourdain, you know, Charles Jourdain.
Yeah, he's that's someone like, listen, like, he's still very raw coming into like the big game now because he's running with the big dogs now, but he's done very well for himself.
Good, very, very good, Charles. Yeah, he's got 2 or 3 fights in UFC. I think he's got 3 fights. Won 1, lost 1, and tied 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Corinne knows him. Corinne knows him very well.
Yeah, Corinne trains with him. My brother trains with him. You know, I know him pretty well too. We never trained together. We trained together actually years ago, a few times. But no, he's a great guy. Him and his brother, the Jourdain brothers. Those are big names from Montreal, definitely, you know.
Is the brother also coming up too? Because I heard his brother's
the brother Louis Jourdain is fighting, if I'm not mistaken, next week at UAE Warriors in Abu Dhabi. So he just signed. I saw he's fighting next week. He's very good too. So, you know, they're 2 brothers. They're young, you know. Like I think Charles maybe 24 and Louis 22 or something, and they're great. You know, they train together. They fight. So those are two big names. The Jourdain brothers. Those are big names out of Montreal.
Oli,
So.
Obey, Mercier. You know, you want something funny about? Oh, do you want to hear something funny about Ollie? Do you know Ryan Ortizo from H2O?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so Ryan trains with a guy named Peter in the gym called where Tasty Food Pizza is on DeCarry.
Okay.
So up on the third floor of Tasty Food is the gym, and I used to see Ollie train with Ryan before Ollie even made pro.
Ollie's a beast, man. Ollie's a beast. Yeah.
It's just unfortunate, you know, like that. Like when he said I'm leaving UFC, but it was really unfortunate because you know I really felt that like he had so much future, but at the same time I felt there's so much pressure put on him to replicate what GSP did coming from Montreal.
So Olivier Aubin-Mercier, he was top 10, I think, in UFC. He made it to that top 10. He cracked the top 10 or top 15.
Yeah.
And he was on a win streak, and he was doing great. And then all of a sudden, I think he lost 2 or 3 in a row, you know, so it's tough, you know. Plus his coach, Richard Ho, you know, Richard Ho from H2O. Yeah, shout out to him. He's awesome. He had a good team. He was a TriStar too and stuff. And I was following him. I trained him a bit too. We sparred a bit. We trained a bit. And like I said, he cracked that top 10 UFC. And then it's just like, you know, it's tough. You know, 2-3 losses. And it's tough at that level, you know. These are the best guys in the world, you know. Like when you crack that top 10 at UFC, it's not a joke, man. I mean, you're getting the best of the best, you know. So, yeah.
He fought Gilbert Burns, and you know now Gilbert Burns is going to be fighting for the title versus Kamaru Usman. So that says something about who Ollie was fighting. You know, Ollie was fighting a who's who.
Yeah. And he trained with GSP a lot. They train a lot, but like you said, I mean, everybody was. Every year, every couple of months, so he's the next GSP. But Olivier Aubin-Mercier, he was the one that people thought like they were branding him. He was the next GSP. So it's tough, you know. You lose one, you lose another one, so it's tough, you know. But these guys, man, they're phenomenal athletes, man. Like beasts, these guys.
I met Mercier like at the time when I was at my pick I have with like me and KSW champion Roberto Robocop Soldic. Okay, so Sandro invited me. Shout out to Sandro Fer from TriStar. He invited me to come, you know. But he's like, look, come watch, but don't don't bug, you know. You let them be there because he knows I'm a fan. So I see Ollie Aubin, and Ollie has like the driest sense of it's got that dry Quebecois sense of humor that like you just die of laughter. It's
yeah, he's a beast, Ali, man. He's a beast. And
shout out judo background.
Too. Yeah, shout out to Sandro Ferrante too, my brother, my boy, Sensei Sandro. Yeah, we keep in touch. You know, we talk not as much as we used to, but we do keep in touch. You know, and it's just the same thing, you know, this pandemic, everybody's doing their thing now, I guess, you know, so.
Yeah, Sandro's coming on too. Like, I mean, I know I'm saying all these guys are coming on. It's just like, they've all said yes. We just got to like figure out the coordination and timing because everyone's home now. So, I mean, I could just do this.
I'm watching Sandro's Instagram. He's kicking trees outside. He's telephone poles. He's a beast, eh?
Doing the kickboxer Jean-Claude Van Damme, where he's just kicking the banana tree, basically.
Yeah.
And
like I said, I try to keep in touch with everybody, but
me too.
I don't speak as much as we used to. Everybody's doing their thing, you know. I mean, it's tough times, man. It's hard, you know. We used to be in the gym so much, you know, twice a day, training people, sparring, and then like it just stops, you know. It's like, listen, we get through it. We stay positive. What are you gonna do, right? It is what it is, man.
Yeah, no, totally get that, and yeah, and so I met Soldic that day too. So I met Mercier, and Ollie was super. Ollie is Ollie. Like when you meet him, he's like the most hilarious guy you've ever met. But when I met Soldic, yeah, talk about a guy that that's a fighter that's not in the UFC. He's making a lot of money in KSW.
But KSW is a big league too. If you're a big name in these big leagues, you know, sometimes you don't have to go to UFC. You know, like you're a big name in KSW. You know, you're making big money, but then you go UFC. You know, you're like, let's say you're top 5 or top 10 in KSW, but then you go UFC. You're not that. You're top 50. You're not getting the paid. So other leagues now are paying money because it's different now, right?
Because the sport's globalized. The sport's globalized with the internet. You got the ESPN deal. You know, then you have the other.
So, from my understanding, ESPN took it over. I think, is that right? So ESPN made sure they have to do a certain amount of shows per year. So it's like, for example, they fulfill those shows. And look what UFC is doing, man. I mean, we're in a worldwide pandemic. We are completely shut down, and UFC is doing shows every weekend. You know, so it's like. Look, they're doing their thing. They're keeping people like you and me entertained, right? But like I said, the big stars. I mean, they fulfill all their shows. So ESPN has it. They do a certain amount of shows. so other guys get more money in other organizations. But I mean, at the end of the day, bro, UFC is UFC, right? So
I mean, listen, the only time I'm ever going to wake up for a Bellator fight and watch it and say, ooh, I'm excited for Bellator is when Gegard and Mousasi fights. That's the only time I'll ever like watch a Bellator show. Usually it's UFC 1. It's like, look, shout out to Tan Lee, you know, the featherweight champion in 1FC. He trained at TriStar, actually. David Moon was the one who connected me with him. Tan Lee is a guy that I'll follow, and he was on my show too. Now he's the featherweight champion. So to say I had him before, like, he became a champion and won it, that's like a nice little feather in my cap here. Like, you know, when you do
Big
this,
time,
like
big
the
time.
chefs do this, that's what I'm doing right now.
Of course. Nice. Good guy, man. Yeah. But there's big leagues. Even UAE Warriors in Abu Dhabi, you know, they're doing big things too. They're doing a lot of
Xavier, X-Man just won the bantamweight.
Xavier just won the bantamweight. Xavier's a beast, man. This guy's he's a killer, this guy, you know. So, you know, he just won. He won he's a world champion, you know. So there's, you know, yeah, that's another name from Montreal. Xavier, he's doing great, you know. He won the world title. So there's other leagues, you know. There's big leagues out there. And UAE Warriors, they put on good shows, man. Like when Xavier fought, when Corinne fought, I watched them, and these are you know, the beautiful shows. It's like a UFC style, you know. So yeah. Abu Dhabi's big, man. I mean, it's a fight island, right? So
Yeah, it's they've done really well, and so obviously, you know, like we've been talking about fighting. Let me ask you this, Justin. You know, obviously you've seen a lot of martial arts movies. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, after I watched Cobra Kai season 3, I ended up watching Blade 1, Blade 2. Which one else did I watch? Best of the Best, even though that was
the best, man. I know the whole movie by heart. That's
oh my god, Tommy's my favorite character. Like Chick messaged me, he's like, "You ever watch Best of the Best?" And I'm like, "Yeah." What'd you think of it?
Eric Roberts?
Eric Roberts annoyed the hell out of me. He's always like, it's one of his early roles where he was like, I couldn't believe that was Eric Roberts. I thought that was the guy from Karate Kid 3.
It's nuts.
Like, you ever watch Karate Kid 3? Remember Terry Silver in Karate Kid 3?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That's who I thought the guy was in Best of the Best, because the guy who plays Terry Silver is an actual martial artist too.
Yes. You know which one I just watched? No Retreat, No Surrender. You know, No Retreat.
Oh my god, that is like the biggest ripoff of Karate Kid. It is so bad. Okay, listen,
Van Damme is the Russian, the assassin there. He comes in. Oh man, No Retreat, No Surrender. But for me, the best. I don't care. I know them by heart. There will never, ever be Bloodsport, Kickboxer, and Lionheart. These three men.
Yes. Okay, Bloodsport I didn't like, believe it or not, but my favorite band. I liked it, but I didn't like it. You know, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's a great film. I love Bolo Young as the villain, but
yeah.
But my favorite band, Lionheart and
Kickboxer.
And which one?
Kickboxer with Tom
Kickboxer.
Pope.
Yeah. That was the best. Those are two of my favorite, but Lionheart was my favorite because like that's what got me. That was kind of like the seed that got me into martial arts.
When he goes, you took the wrong bet at the end, when he fights. You see when he fights in that pool there?
Yeah, that was my favorite scene.
Amazing, man. Amazing. I can watch these movies over and over and over. If I'm chilling at home and Kickboxer, Bloodsport, Lionheart comes on, it doesn't matter if I saw it 300 times that week. I'm watching the whole thing. The wife knows, the kid knows. Everybody's got to get out. Van Damme's on. We're doing this.
Blade, even Wesley Snipes too. Like Wesley Snipes too. Get this, okay? So you know that for some of Wesley's films that are action films, they had to ask him, Wesley, can you slow your kicks down? They're too fast for the camera.
Yeah.
Wesley too, man. Wesley's a legitimate. He's like a Shotokan black belt, I believe, and a Hapkido.
Michael J. White. You know Michael J. White?
Oh, of course, man. That's someone that's someone that no one talks about much, except for like hardcores.
Yeah, Michael J. White, he has the same tattoo as me, as the kanji. He's a Kyokushin black belt. Legit. You know, he fought knockdown, and he's legit, man.
Have you ever seen him in person?
No, I never met. Actually, there's from Kanrenkai, we spoke about Cordero before. So Kanrenkai, they have a Shian, a sensei called Gary London. Gary London, shout out to him. He's got a son, Brandon London. Very, very good fighter. They're Kanrenkai from Connecticut, I believe. Good dojo, very tough guys. Anyways, long story short, Gary London is good friends with Michael J. White. So, yeah, so he's good, man. It's nuts. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's Kyokushin black belt, right? So, and a movie star too. So,
I think he's a third Dan Kyokushin. Like he recently got his third Dan.
Legit.
Yeah, he's legit as they come. Like he can actually because Joe Rogan said like on this show, he's like Michael J. White is one of the most legit
Yeah.
black belts there is. Like, cause he apparently like took a bag, like, the bags that
Yeah.
Kyokushin guys kick. But apparently Michael Jai White broke the chain off with his kick.
Imagine that. Huh? Imagine that.
Big guy too. He's a unit. He's like apparently 6'3", 230.
The bone. The guy I think he's 52, 53 years old, 55. Yeah, yeah. I saw some stuff on Instagram that maybe he was going to fight Mike Tyson, but it was all like, it was joke.
He doesn't want to do it. He's like, it's just all rumor. But like, but he trained with John Jones. Like, he trained with John Jones.
Legit, yeah, yeah.
He trained with John Jones. You're legit, okay? Like,
yeah, come on, man.
What Michael Jai White fight? What Michael Jai White films do you remember? Because I remember Spawn. Spawn was one of them.
There was I forgot the name. He played he was like a police officer undercover, some security guard. I forgot the name. I just watched it.
Sudden Death.
He actually played Mike Tyson, I think. Is that true?
Yeah, in HBO. In HBO.
Mike Tyson, HBO. That was one of my favorite ones. Yeah, I saw that years ago, and he looked like Mike. It was nuts. Michael J. White. Then, oh no, the last one I remember with him was the MMA movie they made. You saw the MMA movie?
Never Back Down. Never Back Down.
Yeah, exactly. So I
watched. He wasn't in the first one. The first one was
the second one.
Second one he was in. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, that's the one I saw. He was good though. He was a good sensei. He was a good coach. Yeah, I know all those movies, man. I don't really watch TV or movies, but if it's martial arts, I'll watch them all. That's yeah.
Same. I'm like the same way too. Like, it's like for me, it's like I love martial arts. I love MMA, and I like hockey too. Like, I had like my hockey draft yesterday for fantasy. I'm getting back into hockey slowly, but I mean, if like a fight's on, I'm gonna watch it. If I see like, that's just how I am. Like, I mean, like, look, it was. I always liked fighting. I mean, especially in high school. Like, I got in, like, every time Lionheart was on Spike TV on a ped day, I'd watch it.
You're watching it over and over and over and over. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause it gave me motivation. Cause I mean, I didn't like high school. I hated it. Like, everyone, I was like the awkward, chubby kid. Like, didn't fit in with anybody. Don't feel sorry for me, okay? Like high school sucks for a majority, yeah. But I'm very thankful I didn't peak early, because now, like, as the saying goes, when you peak too early, I mean, I see people that I used to go to high school with, and it's like they're not doing too good, and it's not kind of like, and I'm not petty. I am a kind of petty at times. I'm like, haha. So like, I saw this one guy, and so funny. So like, he used to really he didn't really bully me, but he gave me a hard time. Like, he always used to give me a hard time. Like, and he also made it known that he didn't want me really hanging out with the people who I thought were my friends. Like, I remember one time, one of those guys, one time, I'll never forget this. He like we have to do a journal activity of who our circle of friends are. So I wrote some names down, and this guy looks, he's like, those are all your friends? He's like, you really think they're your friends?
Oh, he was like that.
Yeah. And then he used to boast how he would kick everyone's asses. Like, he's like, no one ever lost in a fight with me. But I guarantee you, if I took martial arts back then, I would have whooped him. And then I saw him all these years later. Okay, I saw him all these years later, and obviously people change. But it was nice to see, though. I'll give credit where it's due. The moral of the story is he saw that I was losing weight and doing martial arts. So he gave me some messages like, hey man, good job, keep it up.
That's all right. See ya. People grow up, I guess, a bully, I guess, won't always be a bully, I guess he grows up, so.
Yeah.
He wrote you a message, gave you a nice, some good feedback, so that's all right. Yeah.
I give credit where it's due. I mean, but looking back now, it's funny because we did kind of shoot the shits, because he was because he acknowledged, he's like, I know I was an asshole back in the day, and maybe to you. And I said, yeah, you kind of were, but I said, I don't want to hold grudges because, life's too short, but.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, it's that's the thing, with martial arts, when I see, Justin, you're a teacher, and when I see you now, when I do this podcast, and the other kids who listen, if they're having a hard time in school, with their peers, I just tell them it doesn't last. It's not forever.
No,
it's never forever. You have time to reinvent yourself. I mean, I hated high school. For 5 years, I fucking hated high school.
Oh yeah, not at all.
I hated it.
Oh yeah, every year, 7, 8, 9, 10, everything. Yeah.
7 I hated. 8 I loved, but it was a bit difficult because I had that I had that guy that was kind of giving me a hard time, and then he left. 9 and 10 were good years, but 10 was just a tough year because of the government exams, because that's your first year into the the real world at 16.
Yeah.
Sec 5 I just didn't really. I didn't feel like I fit in any way. I didn't fit in with any of my peers. I just did my own thing, and then other shit like went down. Like, and I was just kind of I was really like a lone wolf until like I finished high school, and then started CJEP, and I decided to reinvent myself. I love CJEP. I hated university,
Oh, yeah.
but
What's he
CJEP, Dawson.
Oh, Dawson. Okay, my wife went there. Nice. Yeah.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Abbott.
Yeah, she went there. Yeah.
Okay. Dawson, man, she knows what's up. I spend more of my time in the cafeteria than
Oh
in
yeah.
class. But no, but you know what? I turned it around though. Like in the end, like I turned it around. Like I really worked my ass off. But I love CJEP. If I could go back in time, like it's like the only thing is though, like obviously, like I didn't really like at the time. Like have time for like I had a social life, but I just stuff went down with like my family. Like, you know, my dad got terminally ill, started getting terminally ill then, and with university. So I hated university, but CJEP was a blast. But I mean, it's like if I could go back in time, take martial arts during CJEP, yeah, oh my God, what a diff. But you know what? You can't. You know, it is what it is. But I'm going to be a black belt by the end of the year. Like, mark my words.
Yeah, you will. You will. Follow Muhammad Sheikh, man. Follow your sensei, and he'll get you there, man. He'll guide you in the right direction, you know?
Yeah, the dumbest thing someone told me, like they said, "Oh, you're like this is the dumbest thing I heard." And this is why, like, I cut off like a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
some people told me, like, "Oh, like we see your teacher is Mo, yeah." And I said, "Oh, okay, well, I mean, you know, he's gonna give me my brown and black belt." "Oh, but your teacher's not under an association." And I said, "Well, look," I said, I'm under some crazy circumstances right now where like I have like a terminally ill loved one who wants to see me get my brown and black before they leave this earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need to, and I just said, you know what? I just said, you know what? Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
shut the fuck up with your politics and rules. Because if you were in my shoes, you try to do anything you can, and exceptions can be made. I've seen brown and black belts handed out like candy.
Yeah,
And you know what? For what I do in the community, like with the podcast, and you know, like what I do to like make sure I have the right to say I deserve my brown and black belt for what I'm doing, and it's not about me having it as like I don't wear it as like an aesthetic. I know I am a black belt mentally because I know what I bring to the table when I do this show. And
if Muhammad Sheikh gives you a black belt, you're a black belt. You know, like let's face the facts. You know, the guy, he's been doing martial arts since he's 3 years old. Every day, he fought all over the world. You know, the guy's he's the king. You know, so if you get your black belt from Mo, trust me, you're a black belt. You know, like big time.
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and no one's gonna say shit. And if they do, I'm gonna tell them, well, I mean, like step on the tatami with Mo in that case, or myself. And you know what? Like I might not win the fight. Look, I'm not here to win, but I guarantee you, I'm gonna make that fight like a Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald 2 fight.
You're going all the way.
I'm a junkyard dog, man. Look, I'm not the prettiest fighter, but I mean, I'm gonna take it to the limits. And you know,
Course,
just ask Vincent. I mean, look, I mean, the guy Mathieu won the fight, but everyone says like you have the ability to make the fights very difficult.
Exactly. He didn't win easy. It wasn't an easy fight, you know.
It was very up and down.
Gave him a good fight, you know. So good for you.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man. You know, like I learned how to check leg kicks.
Yeah, you gotta check those low kicks. Check those low kicks. Yeah.
I don't want to sound like,
you know. Oh, when the low kick comes, get the other leg, Uchimata.
Yeah.
Or step back and hit the leg before it lands, you know. So yeah. You know what? Sensei Wesley Jensen. Shout out to Wesley from Holland. Watch his stuff there. He'll teach you how to check those low kicks. He'll show you how to switch around. You know?
I gotta follow the name. I gotta follow KRT. What he's doing with Darren Stringer.
What they're doing is phenomenal. You know, amazing. I did a bunch of their classes, man. Those guys are awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
like I told you before, I mean, Darren Stringer. I met him in Australia. I guess 2004, 2005. We fought in Australia. I represent Team Canada. He represented Team England. And I lost first round against Kazakhstan, the champ from Kazakhstan. And long story short, Darren Stringer went and won and won and won. He fought him in the finals and won. So Darren Stringer, man, he's phenomenal, man. You got him coming on. Pick his brain, this guy, because for me, he's probably the best lightweight in all the world. Like for me, Darren Stringer. He's got that Gary O'Neill style, man. That bouncing hop, Gary O'Neill. Like, yeah, Darren and Wesley, for me, probably two of the best lightweights in the world. Amazing. Yeah, good.
I think the best lightweights have to be hands down you, Darren, from what I've heard, other than you. But like, if you're saying what you say, I believe it. It's credible, and some others too. Like, if the best lightweights, is Wesley too a lightweight? Or is he more welterweight, middleweight?
Wesley lightweight, light middle, but Wesley is phenomenal. Me, I'm a big fan of Holland, Dutch kickboxing. I love. You know, the Kyokushin team there. Like I said, Wesley. You know what you got to do? Do one of their karate classes and you'll see, bro. The way they do it, it's phenomenal. Darren's in England, Wesley's in Holland, and like so Wesley gives a technique. Darren will go with that technique, and then they make it into a fight, and it's beautiful. These guys are awesome to watch.
Yeah,
Wesley, I've never seen him fight, but I mean, YouTube and stuff. But Darren, I saw him in Budapest, Hungary. I saw him in Australia. Yeah, Darren is no joke. He's like legit, probably the best lightweight in the world for sure. Yeah.
there's him. There's so like the best lightweights. I put it as it's you, and this is no order. The best lightweights I think are you, Wesley, Darren, and Sensei Zimmerman, Mikey Z.
Zimmerman. Wow, this guy, he's awesome. Hey, Zimmerman. We fought 20 years ago when he beat me. He knocked me with that liver shot like he got everybody, And Zimmerman, he fought in the IFK tournament. He didn't fight Darren Stringer. They were in the same division. I think Darren won that year. We're talking 20 years ago. And Zimmerman, he lost to boards. He won 2 fights, lost to boards. So he never lost he never lost a fight, just lost to boards, if I'm not mistaken. But Zimmerman, man, in Canada, Mike Zimmerman for Canada and North America is and always will be the best lightweight. There'll never be another Michael Zimmerman.
Did you listen to my episode with Zimmerman?
A bit of it, yeah, amazing, yeah.
It's one of my most in-demand episodes. And like the one thing that I like about Mike,
we're close, me and Mike, and he's awesome. This guy, Yeah.
What I love about Mike, very off the radar, very off the grid.
Yeah.
He's like so off the grid. It's like when and it's like the one
he's
thing,
not saying.
in a good way, Cause like he's like, I don't have time for this bull. He's like, I don't have time for this social media. He's like, I'm busy. Like I take care of my family. I teach my kid, like I teach the students I have but he's one of the best refs too. Like Fogarazzi said, shout out to Sensei Fogarazzi. He said, he's like, Misha is among one of the best refs that I've ever seen.
He's been to the world championships. He's Canadian champion multiple times. He's North American champion multiple times. He knows what it is. So he knows he's a very, very, very extremely good ref, good. And shout out to Steve Forgazzi, my boy, my brother. He's awesome. He's doing his thing in Toronto. Big shout out to him. He's a great, great guy. And Forgazzi was a very good fighter too. He fought a guy named Dominic Duclos, who was part of Michael Zimmerman's team probably 10 years ago here in Montreal. And it was a war back and forth. I mean, Forgazzi was a very, very, very good fighter too. Very good fighter, very good sensei, flexible, knows about the tricks, IFK. Yeah, big shout out to Forgazzi. I like his style a lot. Very, very good.
Me too.
Move around. Great guys. Great guys, Yeah.
I really love what Fogarazzi does with Kyokushin because he's very modern. He's super modern. He brings a modernist approach.
Charisma, model, amazing. Yeah.
Another guy that has been giving me shout outs like on through Facebook is Xian Gaetan Sauve from Jonathan Hemon.
Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, Gaetan Sauve was Zimmerman's sensei, I think. Is that possible? Yeah. Years ago? We're talking 25 years ago, maybe? So yeah, Gaetan Sauve is good. He's very, very good. He was doing those trick shots and those have you seen Gaetan Sauve? The guy must be 65 years old. How old is this guy? I don't know.
I don't know. It's probably in his late 60s, the kid, but he looks in phenomenal shape.
Yeah. 6-pack, ripped, built. So he was teaching his students like Zimmerman, these trick shots, these angles and stuff, like the way fighters fight now, and he was doing this years ago. So, yeah. So Gaetan Sauve, and also Xian Max. Xian Max, Maximiliano from Spirit Dojo.
That in Russia?
No, it's in the East End on Beaubien. Benoit Poirier, Benoit Poirier?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know Benoit, but I know of the name.
Okay, so Benoit is the middleweight champ of Canada, so it's his Xian Max. So he these trick shots, like these angles, trick shots, and so Gaetan Sauve is like that, Xian Max is like that, Darren Stringer is like that, Wesley Jensen, these angles, these trick shots and stuff, and pick pack, so a few good guys. But Gaetan Sauve, man, he's awesome. This guy, yeah, he's good.
He honestly too, he's supposed to, as mentioned, he said he has intention of wanting to come on, and it's just that he's so busy too. Like he's not just a Xian. The guy's is a successful entrepreneur. That's what I love. That's what I love about Kyokushin. Like it's not just the art. Like these guys, like yourself, you parlay that into other projects. Yeah. So it's not just look, and they make their money, and then they put it in investments where they can focus on karate. So good on them, to really
Of course. Yeah. Well, even Sensei Russo, my sensei, I mean, listen, he's got a full-time job at Bell. He runs his dojo. He's top shape. He looks better now than ever. I mean, he's fit. He's ripped. He's, big shout out to my sensei for my whole life. I mean, look at him. Full-time job. like he'll work from he'll work from 7 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. Then he'll go to the dojo. He'll teach classes till 8, 9 o'clock at night. Come home, do it Saturday, Sunday. I mean, it's 7 days a week for 30 years. He's doing his thing, So it's tough, but everybody makes it work. I mean, it is what it is. His wife too. I mean, she's got a full-time job. She teaches all day, and it's non-stop with Russo Dojo. So
Yeah, I need to see Stefania for nutrition because I've like really leveled off like with the holiday. Like I'm a light heavyweight now. Like my weight is 205.
Oh yeah, go see her. She'll fix you up. She'll get you into shape. Yeah. Go see Stefania, and she'll definitely fix up your diet, get you into shape. I got to go see her too. I put on a few pounds too.
Oh, I think everybody did.
It's hard, man. At nighttime now, it's like, see, not after I finish with you, I should just go to bed. But I make that walk by the kitchen, and then a cookie calls you. You have 1 cookie, 2 cookies. Next thing you know,
my go-to addiction is pizza cheese bread.
Oh yeah, you like that, huh?
Oh my God, it's so addicting. It's like I get it with the marinara, the barbecue sauce.
No, me, it's chocolate chip cookies. The blue packaging, chocolate chip cookies. Bro, the Chips Ahoy, forget it. You have 1, then you have 2, 3, 4, 5. Next thing you know, the box is gone. But then I'll get in my car, I'll drive to Dip and Her, I'll get another box, and I'll start eating it on the way home, So, you know what, man? I competed for so many years. I did 20 years of competing in like 5 different styles. So always watching my weight, and I don't know. Now I want to eat. I don't know, but I got to get back on track though.
But like Jordan Burroughs, wrestler, was on Joe Rogan. He was saying like the nutrition of a combat sports athlete is really like inconsistent because like when we're getting ready for fights, we're able to like get the 6-pack, like we're able to look shredded and in shape. But when we're on the beach, you got the dad bod going, the gut, and then it's like.
I've seen guys, very close friend of mine, you see them on the beach, they have the dad bod, and then 3 months later, they're underwear models, So it's like, it's hard, man. It's hard to stay. But then I know a lot of guys that really keep their shape all year round and stuff. Like, my brother, for example, shout out to my brother. I mean, the guy, like it's the way he eats is, I mean, he'll have a cheat day once a month, but I mean, it's everything's diet, everything's planned, it's training. I mean, whether he's fighting or not fighting, always a 6-pack and stuff. So it's hard. Corinne, like a Corinne, Corinne Laframboise is my brother. A lot of guys stay top shape, a lot of, it's
Mo.
stuff. Look at Mo too. Mo never gets big, So
Mick.
Yeah, Mick, big time. Mick's always ripped, It's tough,
How tall is Mick? Is he like really as tall as Chick, or is he taller? What?
I mean, listen, they both tower over me. I don't know. They're both about 6'2", maybe 6'3". Like when I spar with Mick or Mo, it's like, I don't know. All they gotta do is lift up their leg and knee me in the head, Like these guys, they're 2 monsters. These guys,
I once sparred with Mo, and I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm like, I can't do this. And then Mo's like, come on. He's like, come on. I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, good night. I'm like, good night. Let's go to Cultures at Place Versailles. I'll buy you dinner. Let's call it a night.
Let's go eat and I'll pay. That's it. Yeah. Take it easy on me and I'll pay. That's it. Right?
Yeah, that's the thing with Mo. And then Ashmi too, his brother. Oh my God, Ashmi! Like I was calling out.
His brother's a beast, man. I see his brother's teaching boxing now. He's starting his own little thing. I see he has a lot of students. Good, big shout out to Ashmi. He's doing his thing and he's teaching too. Very, very good.
I was calling out Ashmi to fight, to spar, and that didn't go well. Like he didn't kick my ass, but like Ashmi's different from Mo, man. Like that's what I love about them. It's kind of like Nick and Nate Diaz. They are the Nick and Nate Diaz of Kyokushin. They're very. You got and Ashmi's like. I'm like, Ashmi, when are we gonna spar? Soon. And with like a emoji, like a hat, like a laughing emoji. Then I'm like, Ashmi, I'm like, you're like yo. And then I met Ashmi in person actually, and I'm like, holy.
He's awesome. Ashmi's awesome. We had some good times. He's a good guy. Yeah, a really good fighter too. Him too. He moves around. He's got that good knee, good back kick. He's like a Mo. Like a mini Mo. But yeah, those brothers are killers, man. The Sheik brothers.
Him, and then they got Tarek.
Yeah, so Tarek, we were very close to. Tarek moved to Japan, and if I'm not mistaken, he moved back. We've been talking a lot on Instagram, and we're trying to get together. It's been 2-3 months now, but I mean, it's hard. I live in Vaudreuil. He lives in East End, and it's like with this whole pandemic. But definitely, when things get back, I'm going to be training with Tarek a lot. We trained a lot before he left, and Tarek's like me. He did Kyokushin and he does kickboxing. So a big shout out to Tarek. He's a very good fighter.
When he does kickboxing, is it like American, Dutch, or Muay Thai?
No. Like go on his Instagram, you'll see he actually fought some in Japan. He fought some Thai rules and some Dutch kickboxing. So Tarek, we had good times, before he left, and we became close at one point. We were training together a lot. He's like cousins with Mo, I think. And anyways, good people, very good. Well,
Yeah,
we spoke a few weeks ago.
yeah, Tarek and I were supposed to meet when like the gyms were open because with the job I have now, like having benefits, this and that, I like Mo was like, hey, he's like to get you back in. He's like, he's like, I want you to spar with Tarek, and he's like, you are gonna suck at first, but it's like you are gonna get good at it because of him.
Yeah, so like you spar with Mo, Ashmi, Tarek, you spar with these guys, your level's gonna go up for sure.
Igor.
For sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Igor Vinkarov, give me those fucking liver shots. I'm like, holy
I love Igor. Shout out to Igor, man. How's Igor?
Yeah.
Igor.
He's doing good. He busts my balls a lot, like, because he likes Peter Yan. Oh my god, like the amount of messages I get, like those two, like one day, like I check my Instagram because like I get a message. You got a group message from Igor and Mo. I check and they're like, fuck you talking shit about Peter Yan. You're an Aljo fan. So now I'm just like playing to their tune. Yeah, I like Aljo, he's from the USA. And then,
I love Igor. Honestly, Igor is my brother, man. Igor, I know you're going to hear this. I love you. We had good times, me and Igor. Hey, we would train and then we go party after. Honestly, Igor, he's my Russian brother, man. I love Igor. That's it.
Yeah, that guy, man, he's calm now, but like back in the day, like Mo's like, yo, Igor was wild.
Wild. He was a good fighter too, man. Igor, very good. Nice high kicks. Wild guy, Igor. Hey, he was good. Yeah. We keep in touch, not every day, but we have some crazy stories, me and Igor. Wild nights. I
always trash talk him, but it's only for out of love. Like I like Igor. He's a good guy. Like, and I spar him too, but like the thing is too, like when I left my last school, because like my last school I had, like I was fighting guys like I fought a guy named the only one that like was good there, like in the men, it was a guy named Marcel Balan. Now Marcel left Canada.
Marcel Balan.
Guy's a Soviet T-57 tank from Moldova, man.
Marcel Balan's a beast. So me and Marcel Balan, we fought about 7-8 years ago. We did a one match. We did the main event, and we fought 3 rounds there. It was a good fight. How is Marcel Balan? You still see him or
no? So he left the school I was at,
okay.
And then he went to England. Apparently, he moved to Ireland. That's what I know of, because my friend Lisa, like who was at my school with me, the same dojo as me, like she bumped into him when she was in Ireland, and
wow.
Yeah, but like I mean, Marcel was a good fighter.
He should open his own school. I mean, the guy was a beast, man. He was Soviet Union. He was an army guy. Black belt, knee dan. He was a Canadian champion. He fought the worlds. Like I said, with me and Marcel Balan, big shout out to him. We fought years ago. We had a good war. It was a good fight, and he's awesome though, man. Like, he should. I hope he's doing good. I mean,
nice guy.
Amazing.
Nice guy. Very intense though.
Very intense and very serious. Yeah. Like I said, we fought, man. It was a war. We did 3 rounds, and this guy's a big champion, And then he just kind of like. We stopped hearing about him, I guess. So he moved away to Ireland, you said, huh?
That's what I've heard. Yeah, that's the word. And then I know Mo fought him. Mo actually fought him.
Yeah. Mo fought him. I fought him. A few of us fought him. He's a beast, this guy. Yeah. Good.
There's also because you're with Khan too. So I want to ask you, what is it like now having the Lamars there? Like you have Julie Lamar, they've come.
Yeah. Like Julie Lamar is the best of the best, like there'll never be another Julie Lamar, she is the best of the best of the best of the best. I mean, she was fighting in my day. She's still fighting now. I mean, she is phenomenal. Like the world champion, Canadian champion, multiple North American champion. It's so much. She's awesome. We speak maybe once a month, we keep in touch, text message. We trained together a few times years ago, we try to get together for trainings. Like when I spar with her, I can't do nothing, like she destroys me. She's amazing.
The way
the best. Yeah.
The way I look at it, like I still think she's on top, like in terms of women's fighter, because like some say it's Kim Carrier. This is no disrespect to Kim, but I mean, listen, there's levels to this game, and you know what? Like I'm sure Kim's up there. I'm probably gonna hear about it. People are gonna say, "Why did you say this?" I'm not. Listen, Julie fought the who's who when back in the day. And this is what I was told by other senseis at my old school. Mohamed Chick and Julie Lamar would wipe the tournaments clean.
Everyone.
They were Reynald Lamars. They were Reynald Lamar and Sylvie.
All day. Yeah. Julie Lamar is phenomenal. She is, like I said, I've trained with her a million times, sparred this, that over the years, fought a million tournaments with her. She is the best of the best. Like Julia Lamar, there'll never be another Julia Lamar. She's the GOAT of Kyokushin, Canada, North America, forever, ever, ever. She's such a nice girl too. We've hung out, we had group, we go out party and stuff, like after tournaments, all of us, and she's awesome. She's so humble. She's the GSP of Kyokushin.
I call her Valentina Shevchenko. I call her Valentina Shevchenko because apparently she's got a very killer-like IQ. Killer-like IQ. She goes in there, they can't stand with her. It's like she's up here, she's like her opponent's here, she's up here.
And higher than that. Yeah, she's up here and her down here. They can't even no. Like I sparred with her, and it's like sparring with like one of the best guys in the world. Like I can't do nothing with her. She destroys me. We've done big sparrings where we're all the guys, and she just runs. She's the best. Amazing, phenomenal. Yeah.
This will make you laugh. So like I didn't know her, okay, but I've seen her at tournaments, and so one day like I go out, like I park to go train with Mo. She's like, "Hey Andrew," I'm like, "Hey," she's like, "You don't know me, do you?" I'm like, "No."
Oh yeah.
She's like, "I'm Julie." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh," she's like, "I heard you mentioned my name on your show. I listened to a few of your shows."
Oh
I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Thank you." She's like, "I really appreciate it." She's like, "I'll come on soon." And I was like,
so
"Okay."
Nice. She's amazing. She's the GSP, man. She's like she's a world champion. She's the best of the best. But she'll stay. She'll have a conversation with you. She'll talk. She's so humble, so cool. I've done her classes at Lamar Dojo. I've went a few times, and her and her mother are like they're amazing. Even her mother, man. Shout out to all the Mars.
Yeah, it's good to see that they're in Khan, like an organization like Khan.
It's amazing. Even the mother, she's top shape. I mean, they're killers over there. I mean, they day in and day out, Kyokushin. She was teaching classes too online during the first lockdown, so I was doing some of her classes, and amazing classes, like the best, amazing. Yeah.
But is it more Julie that's taking over? Because eventually, the parents are getting older, and as the time goes on, like when I was talking with Fogarazzi, he was telling me that Hanshi Arniel is now kind of semi-retired and ready to pick his next successor or success. Well, I don't want to say it that way, but he's like, Hanshi Arniel's retiring and semi-retirement. So I would assume that now Julie's taken over the dojo more or less, right?
From what I understand, I think she's running the place now, like starting to run it, and she'll, I guess, take it over. Listen, they're four sisters. They're all killers. They're all black belts. They're all world champions. But I mean, Julie is Julie. She is. Julie's the best of the best. Yeah.
When I think of women's fighters that are the best in Canada, it's got to be Julie Lamar. Then I guess Kim. I mean, I haven't seen much of Kim. I mean, Pete, our friend Pete keeps like telling me, "Oh, she's really good. She's really good." I believe it. I mean, she was on Scott's podcast, but
yeah. So big shout out to Kim Carriere. She's a good friend of mine too, and she's a very good fighter. I've trained with her. I sparred with her. She's a lightweight champion. My boy Pedro. He's a brother to me, we've hung out a million times, trained together. So they're awesome people. And me and Pedro, we trained together every day this summer. Like I was with Pedro every day when the first lockdown, then it ended. And then me and Pedro, you call him Peter, I call him Pedro. Anyways, it's Pedro, Peter, we'll say. We trained together every single day all summer. And but now another lockdown, but they're awesome people. Yeah, Kim is a very, very, very big champion. But again, Kim is a lightweight and Julie is a middle heavyweight,
Are you serious? I thought Julie was the same weight class.
No, Julie's, I guess, lean. She could be a bikini model also, She's lean, beautiful. But she's a heavyweight, and Kim, I believe, is a lightweight, So, but Kim is very good too. She's a phenomenal fighter, big Canadian champion.
One of my my old friend, one of my old friends, said who's a female friend. She's like, I think I could stand with Julie. I was like. You ever watch Dave Chappelle? You ever watch the Chappelle show where Prince is like, "Let's play basketball," and Charlie Murphy just starts? That was just me. I'm just like, I'm like, no,
impossible. Yeah,
no. I'm like, go to Make-A-Wish Foundation before you make that.
Yeah, no, Julie Lamar and Kim Carriere, they're amazing. Both phenomenal. But
is there anyone else in the women's you'd say?
Actually, a good friend of mine, Jessica Macello.
Yes.
From Russo Dojo. So big shout out to Jessica. She's my sister. Very good friend, training partner for years and years. She's a killer too. She's flexible, lean. She's doing her thing, teaching online. So big shout out to Jessica and her husband, Danny. But Jessica is a phenomenal fighter. I mean, I don't think she's lost. She won in Mexico. She won in Quebec City. She won all the tournaments she's done. She hasn't lost since she joined us, And Jessica's up there for sure. She's very quiet, but amazing.
I met her. Yeah. She's super. She can. Yeah, she's got the IQ of Mo and Julie. She can break down everything. She'll find stuff that you didn't even know you were doing. She's like, that's how she is.
yeah, like she, I brought her to Grand Brothers Boxing. She's boxed. I brought her to DiBella Kickboxing a few places, and she loves it. Jessica, she's my sister. She's a big name, quiet, but she is a very big name, and she could be a big, big, big champion. She's a killer, a beast.
Exactly. Also in the UK, I mean, Scott brought it up on a show. Emma Markwell, like one of the UK's champions.
Emma Markwell, I did 2 of her classes. The first pandemic, Jessica. So me and Jessica did 2 of her classes on Zoom there. So she's phenomenal. Emma's a big, big name too. She's good.
Very quiet though. It's very, very humble, very quiet. Just does her thing. Doesn't because some people they want to come on and produce and promote their own like show in it, but people like Jessa and like Emma, very to themselves, and that's not a bad thing. Sometimes
Jess does her thing. She's a McGill teacher. She runs a big pro in McGill. She teaches online. We spoke a few days ago. Now she's doing some gymnastic stuff and teaching online, putting all her videos together. So Jessica has her YouTube page, Jessica Macello. You could check it out there. Or check on her Instagram, Facebook. So she's top shape. Like she's ripped to the bone. Like a 6-pack, jacked egg. She's awesome. Yes, yeah. Jessica, big shout out to Jessica, and she's doing her thing. And after the pandemic's over, we'll get back. I train with her every day. So for 5 years. And now this pandemic, but we'll get it back going again, we'll get it going again. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I can't wait for it to come back. After watching Cobra Kai, it's like, oh man, I miss training.
Yeah.
Who's been your favorite character or characters in the show?
Yeah, I'm liking Johnny Lawrence's son, I think, Yeah. I'm training this one kid. I trained this kid out of Bay Durfee. He kind of looks like him, this kid, a quiet kid, And he looks like him, and I'm training him in the same kind of style. I like Lawrence's son. He's now he cut his hair. Now you see, cut the hair.
Don't spoil anything. Don't say. But yeah, for me, it's got to be Miguel. I mean, I love Miguel.
I can't believe what happened to him. You see when it's crazy, huh?
Don't.
Okay, I can't keep it.
Yeah, because but the thing is, it's to see what he does, when he comes across Johnny Lawrence, and obviously I love Johnny Lawrence because at first you always love Daniel, but then when you watch the show, it's kind of like, do you really like Daniel LaRusso now?
It's like a reverse now. So when Karate Kid was over, it was all Cobra Kai were the bad guys, and Lawrence was the bad guy. But as the seasons go on, the episodes go on, I find like Lawrence is becoming the good guy now, and Daniel became all of a sudden a hotshot, made a bit of money, opened up the big LaRusso car. He's driving Range Rovers, wearing Rolex watches. That wasn't the Karate Kid we knew.
When we knew Johnny he's the one that came from a rich background, had the motorbike,
everything. And then he's doing his thing. So and then there's Kreese there. I don't know. I'm not crazy about Kreese. So.
You know what? What's really funny? What I love, what makes a good actor, you'll agree with me, is if when their character gets to you, that's the sign of a good actor.
Exactly.
Because for example, I remember, have you ever watched the movie One Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah.
Remember the nurse?
I think so.
That was very condescendingly, manipulative and abusive. She could never get a role after. And the guy in the Cobra Kai, Kyler, the Asian guy in the first season, Kyler, remember the one the one that's like the Asian guy? It's kind of the bully.
We froze there. You see me?
Yeah. I see you now. Yeah. So you remember Kyler? He's one of the bullies in the Asian one.
Yeah.
He's done such a good job of being an a-hole, but in real life, you listen to him and you're like, how could I hate this guy? But then it's like, people are still commenting, you're an a-hole, fuck you, I fucking hate you. And it's like, guys, actor and character are different people.
It's different things. But that's what makes them a good actor. They know how to flick the switch and then go and do the thing, like for me, for actors, Leonardo DiCaprio. You like Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah. For actors, yeah, he's good.
Yeah. So these guys, they switch it, and then you see them on Instagram, you see them in interviews and podcasts. They're such nice people, some of them, but then they like Al Pacino. Come on, man. The list goes on and on,
Al Pacino's a good one. Robert De Niro.
Amazing.
When it comes to action stars, though, all day Dolph Lundgren and Michael Jai White, man. Jean-Claude Van Damme I like, but
I don't know. Me, Jason.
Oh, it froze again.
He's my guy, man. I love JCVD.
Street Fighter. How can we forget Street Fighter? Remember that one?
Street Fighter. Oh, what about The Quest? You ever see The Quest?
It was a
Remember the
ripoff of
Quest?
Bloodsport. It was a ripoff of Bloodsport, but it was pretty good still.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. It came out a few years after Bloodsport. It was called The Quest, so that was good too. Yeah. What about King of the Kickboxers with Billy Blanks? King of the Kickboxers.
I didn't know that one, but I know Billy Blanks is a legitimate martial artist too.
Yeah, big time. He's good. Yeah.
There's but JCVD, I know what you mean, man. Lionheart, Bloodsport, Double Impact too is a good one.
Double Impact. Why would I never wear black silk underwear? Do you think I would ever wear black silk underwear?
You know, my favorite scene was when Bolo Young takes him and just smashes him against like the warehouse container. That was like my favorite. That's my favorite scene.
Amazing.
I have to put that on YouTube, and people will be like, "What are you talking about?" I'll just put that scene on, and be like, here's it on YouTube. So yeah, man. But yo, Justin, I just want to say, man, this was a great episode, man. Like, I'm glad to have you back on.
Man. We have good times. We always laugh. Good times. Everything's great. You know, shout outs, everybody, man. We're gonna get through this pandemic, though. I guess this vaccine is out, and hopefully in a few months there, we gotta stay positive and hopefully get back to life, right? We have to get back to life, man. It's going to come. We'll laugh about this on your podcast in a few years, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, the Drew experience will be much bigger. I mean, you know, as mentioned, I'm going to get the next goal is to learn how to do video editing and Photoshop, because I'm kind of like Johnny Lawrence. I'm not good with the internet. You know, I'm not good with
you're
computers.
doing your thing, man. Shout out to you. We give shout outs to everybody, but shout out to you, man. You're doing a great thing.
Thank you.
Happy for you. It's awesome, man. I'm proud of you, man. Keep doing what you do.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Like, I wouldn't have done it like without people like you, Russo, Mo backing me.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Yeah.
And
you
if
names coming on, man, I follow you every day, and every couple of days you have the names get bigger and bigger, man. Good for you. It's good to get on there.
When I got Jack Hermanson from the UFC, people were like, they're like, get the fuck out. I'm like, look it up. They're like, how did you do it? I said, look, I made friends with a guy named Reza Peterson from Freja MMA. He covers like MMA in like Sweden, Norway, Finland.
Nice.
And Reza, like, shout out to guys, if you want to look at European MMA instead of UFC, please follow Freja MMA. The guy Reza is awesome. He does everything for Europe, like Northern Europe, but like, and you know, he's the one that really helped me make the Jack Hermanson show happen. And then, you know, Jack came on with his coach 25 minutes right before my work shift, but that's the way it goes when you're podcasting, man.
That's the way it goes, man. No choice. You got to make it happen. You're doing what? You're doing like 2 or 3 shows a week now, I guess. Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, I mean, look, I could do this. Like, I could do 10 a day. Cause you know, look, I don't want to be scrolling my phone constantly. I don't want to be watching TV. This is like a good way to get out, practice my soft skills, you know, like be an active listener, and just keeps me positive. You know, it makes me forget about what's going on right now in a sense.
True. You know, you're doing your thing. Everybody loves it. You know, people are listening in and people are tuning in. It's good for you, man. Good.
The only thing I'm going to ask is, guys, like, look, I know I have a YouTube channel, but please listen to it more too, because I want to build up my listener audience. Yeah. So look up The Drew Experience on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Breaker, wherever audio is. Yes, there's a YouTube channel too. This video will be up, but please, I ask more the listening, because the listening, you know what? Not everyone has time to watch videos all day. So yeah.
You can listen to it. You know, you're in the car, you listen to it. It's perfect, you know. So, I know I'm very happy for you, man. You're doing your thing. I wish you the best of luck, and you're doing great, man. The next Joe Rogan for sure, huh? That's it.
I like to say, like, when people ask me, because like I'm having who was it? Someone, I don't know if it was I don't know if it was not Han. I always get confused the title. Like, Shian Hamid, what's your show like? I'm kind of like Joe Rogan with Mike Tyson hotboxing minus the smoking.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think he got it, but it's like, but everyone else gets it. And they're like, okay, we see how it is. And I'm like, yeah.
Of course. We be ourselves, right? You know, we talk, we shoot the shit, we break some balls, we talk, reminisce. That's it. You know, it's not serious. It's fun. Bro, it's 10 o'clock at night on Sunday. We're having a good time, right? You know?
Exactly.
We're locked in. We're on curfew, house arrest. What else are you going to do? All we're missing is the ankle bracelets. And that's it, you know.
Exactly, man. Honestly, yeah, it's this episode was gonna be a long one, because everyone was like, "How long are you having Justin on for?" And I'm like, an hour and 30 minutes about. And so everyone was like, "Yes." So yeah,
we could talk. You and me could talk. If I bring in I'll bring in a bottle of wine here. I'll talk to you all night. You know, that's
exactly. Not only that,
to bring me some wine. And we'll talk all night. That's it. We'll smoke a few cigars. We'll have a good time, right?
It was the same with Sensei Steve Fogarazzi, because like Sensei Steve and I, the first time I had Steve, we were talking an hour when we were just getting to know each other.
Yep.
And at the end of the hour, oh, it's only an hour. I thought we're only getting started. I was like, I want to have you on for longer, but I was like, I have things to do. You. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I know. Same with Scott too. Like I had Scott on for an hour, but Scott was like, yeah, he's like, I'm down to come on again. Same with Michael Zimmerman. Like Zimmerman is another one that I really want to come on again. Yeah. He's going to listen to this because like, oh my God, he gave me so much shit one time because we're both Jewish, him and I. And the stereotype I say is, what?
He's Russian Jewish, right? Yeah.
Like my mom is. Yeah, my mom's Russian Jewish too, but she's born here, but her family's from Russia. So I said the stereotype I had was, I'm like, you know what? Like, it's like, Jews, we're not that really good at fighting, but we are good at like, accounting, being doctors and lawyers. And Michael's like, I have to, in his heavy accent, I'm going to butcher the accent. He's like, I have to disagree with you because I am a fighter myself. And there's a lot of Russian Jews in Russia who can kick ass. So I just want you to know, there are Jews that do fight, like myself. He stuck it to me, and I was like, yeah. I'm like, you're right. But ever since, but you know what? He's 100% right. You know what? Like, look, it's a stereotype I could say, but I shouldn't really say it. Yeah. Because look, if you think in history, you should know this. Before the Italians and other ethnic groups took over boxing, the Jews were the ones that ran it. Like Benny Levin, was one of Benny Leonard or whatever, was one of the first Jewish champions.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. A lot of good Jewish fighters, but big shout out to Mike Zimmerman, man. He's awesome, man. I wish you would have seen him fight when he was in his time, man. He was the best. He was amazing.
Wore the bandana.
And you know what? He was also a boxer too, because I remember I fought the silver gloves. About 14 years ago, boxing, and I remember I was warming up in a corner, and I was with my team. We're warming up, and I heard Mike Zimmerman's voice. I mean, I'm like, hold on, am I hearing things because I saw him for all tournaments? So I go to the locker room, and I saw Mike Zimmerman at a boxing tournament, the silver gloves for the Canadian Championships. And Mike Zimmerman was there, and he was training one of his fighters, another Russian, for boxing. Nothing to do with Kyokushin. This is boxing. And Mike had his fighter won. I won that night, and it was just cool to see, man. And then I'm like, hey, so when you knocked me with that liver shot, I knew that was a boxing liver shot, So yeah, Mikey's like me, went around a bit, So it's good. Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. So Justin, where can people? Shout out to Mike Zimmerman. So Justin, where can people connect with you if they want to connect for like house calls, training, whatnot?
Like I said, I'm doing a lot of house calls now. I mean, obviously it slowed down the last couple of weeks. But we'll start again, get me on Instagram, Justin Mancini Instagram. Facebook is Justin Melissa Mancini. So, I don't know, MJ Dance Company. That's it, man. Get me on Instagram, Justin Mancini. We're good. That's it, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing with Facebook is they have a limit, man. So you imagine all the ads you get. Remember you added me and I tried to accept it. I said, you can't accept this ad because, like, Justin, you have to unfriend some people to accept my ad. And it was popular, man.
No, it's good. And then I teach a few different, I'm all over the place. Just get me on Instagram and I'll be there. That's it. We'll get off this house arrest and take the ankle bracelets off and let's get going again, right? That's it.
Exactly. All right, man. Once again, I want to thank you so much. So, guys, this has been this one is going to be the Tasmanian Devil Returns.
Yes.
Justin Mancini is back. As mentioned, catch him there. And if you guys want to connect with me, look me up on Facebook, Drew Michaels on Facebook, Drew Nomad 55 on Instagram, and Drew Sperians Pod on Instagram. So yeah, man. So yeah, if you like combat sports or you want to talk like pop culture and maybe other sports, that's where to catch me. But guys, follow Justin. That's more important. Give him the support he deserves. He's done so much and he's continuing to do so much.
Thank you so much, brother. We'll do it again, man. Let's not wait a year. Let's do it soon, please.
Let's do it again. Hey, next time we're gonna get you and Pedro, Pete, and Kim on because.
All right, we'll get Pedro, Pete. Well, that's it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So this is not a shout out. This is a call out to Kim and Pedro. Right. Guys, I've been waiting to do this forever, and every time we try to do it with Justin and Kim, something comes up. So you know what? We're all at home. I understand. Pete is like a software development manager.
Shout out to my boy Pedro, man. Pete's doing great. He's a businessman, he switched jobs maybe 6 months ago, and now he's running this big this company, and he's working long hours and stuff. So Pete's a very smart guy. He's a successful guy. Not very old too, man. He's a young guy and he's doing his thing. So he's my brother. I love him. He knows I do. And He's doing his thing. Good for Pedro, man. Shout out. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, so Pedro and Kim, you guys are going to be coming on with Justin soon on via Zoom. So put your work down and let's make this happen finally, as everyone's been waiting for it. That's the Kyokushin interview people are waiting for.
Yeah, perfect. Let's do it, man. Let's do it again, please. Yeah, I love you, brother. We always have fun. That's it. It's good.
All right, Justin, you have yourself a great night, all right?
You too, brother. We keep in touch.
You know,
I love you.
Us.
Stay safe, brother.
You too.
Bye-bye.